and welcome to today's class. In the last class, we were studying about connective tissue. Connective tissue is concerned with connecting and binding different tissues and organs of the body. It is of 5 types: areolar tissue, dense connective tissue, adipose tissue, skeletal tissue, and fluid connective tissue. We already studied in detail about the 4 types of connective tissue. Today we are going to study about the 5th type of connective tissue, that is fluid connective tissue. This is the last among the connective tissues. Okay? Fluid connective tissue. Now, fluid connective tissue is a special type of connective tissue. It is a special type of connective tissue which maintains link among different parts of the body. Link गर्छ यसले different parts of the body लाई. Okay, body, it receives materials from one part of the body and transports them to other parts. So since it transports, transport भनेको एक जग्गादेखि अर्को जग्गा लानु. सो यसले के गर्छ, एउटा बडी पार्टबाट मटेरियल्स रिसिभ गरेर त्यसलाई अर्को पार्टमा ट्रान्सपोर्ट गर्छ. सो it forms the internal transport system of animals. So we are talking here about animal tissues. So the fluid connective tissue, since it transports materials from one part of the body to another part of the body, so it forms the transport system of animals. Okay, and it also plays an important role in the defense mechanism of the body. Defense भनेको, it is concerned with defending or protecting the body from various diseases. Okay, so it plays an important role in the defense mechanism of the body. Now, fluid connective tissue is different from other connective tissues. कसरी different छ अरु connective, किनभने connective tissue 5 प्रकारको छ नि त. एरियोलर छ, डेन्स छ, त्यहाँदेखिको एडिपोज छ, स्केलेटल छ अनि फ्लुइड छ. सो फ्लुइड चाहिँ अरु भन्दा चाहिँ डिफरेन्ट छ. किन भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ बिकज द मेट्रिक्स अफ द fluid connective tissue remains in fluid form, remains in fluid state. Fluid भनेको liquid state मा. So यसको fluid connective tissue नामै त fluid. So यसको matrix चाहिँ के state मा छ, fluid अथवा liquid state मा छ, and is devoid of fibers. Devoid भनेको lack. यहाँनिर fibers हुँदैन. अरु connective tissue मा fibers हुन्छ, तर fluid connective tissue मा there is no fibers. Matrix of the connective tissue has no fibers. Okay. Next feature is that the cells do not have the power of division. यहाँको सेल्सहरुमा cell division हुँदैन. Okay. Moreover, the matrix is not secreted. The matrix of the fluid connective tissue is not secreted by the cells present in it. Cells ले matrix बनाउँदैन. Fluid connective tissue को चाहिँ cells जुन चाहिँ सेल्स हुन्छ मेट्रिक्समा त्यसले मेट्रिक्स बनाउँदैन अरु कनेक्टिभ टिस्युको चाहिँ मेट्रिक्स भित्र जुन चाहिँ सेल हुन्छ त्यो सेलले नै त्यो मेट्रिक्स बनाउँछ ओके नाउ this fluid connective tissue consists of two components that is blood and lymph so let us study about the components of fluid connective tissue कतिवटा components हुँदै रहेछ fluid connective tissue को दुईटा components के blood अनि lymph okay so it has two components blood and lymph okay blood ra lymph huncha so let us study about blood and lymph first let us study about blood so some of the features of blood are blood ke ho mobile connective tissue mobile means it can move okay it moves from one body part to another body part so it is a mobile connective tissue it measures about 5 to 5.5 liters in human adult एउटा human adult मा blood कति हुँदै रहेछ भन्दा चाहिँ 5 देखिको 5.5 liters okay next it is slightly alkaline means it is basic okay slightly alkaline with a pH value of about 7.4 so blood चाहिँ slightly basic हुन्छ alkaline हुन्छ value चाहिँ pH value चाहिँ 7.4 okay blood flows through arteries and veins के भित्र flow गर्छ भन्दा चाहिँ arteries and veins these are the vessels blood vessels okay blood चाहिँ पाइप जस्तो भित्र फ्लो गर्छ त्यो पाइपलाई चाहिँ vessels भनिन्छ त्यो vessels चाहिँ arteries र veins okay there are two types of blood vessels and next feature is that heart regularly pumps blood heartले regularly blood लाई pump गर्छ pumps blood so that it is always in a state of motion जहिले तहिले move गरिरहेको हुन्छ blood is not stagnant inside the body it flows continuously अनि कसरी फ्लो गर्छ हार्टले continuously त्यसलाई pump गरिबस्छ so it flows throughout the body continuously okay now blood again has two components it has two components blood को दुईटा components हुन्छ okay plasma एउटा and corpuscles the next component is corpuscles okay so अब एक एकवटा पढ्दै जाउँ first let us study about plasma okay plasma is the intercellular fluid of blood okay blood को intercellular fluid हो plasma चाहिँ now plasma contains about 90% water पुरा बेसी पानी हुन्छ okay and it constitutes about 55% of blood volume blood अगर 100% छ हाम्रो बडीमा भने blood volume त्यसमा 55% चाहिँ प्लाज्मा हुन्छ okay and प्लाज्मा भित्र चाहिँ 90% वाटर हुन्छ रेस्ट 10% चाहिँ के हुन्छ भन्दा चाहिँ has several substances such as glucose right proteins it also has urea it has cholesterol it has vitamins it has hormones etc okay यो चाहिँ भयो प्लाज्माको कुरा। अब आउँछ नेक्स्ट कम्पोनेन्ट इज corpuscles. So let us see what is corpuscles. Okay, corpuscles actually means the cells that is present inside the blood. Okay, corpuscles भनेको चाहिँ खासमा cells of blood. And these cells are of three kinds. Blood ko cells तीन प्रकारको छ. RBCs, that is the red blood corpuscles, WBCs, white blood corpuscles, and platelets. Okay, so let us study about corpuscles. Okay, corpuscles, these are the blood cells. Okay, it constitutes about 45%, about 45% of blood volume. अघि हामीले देख्यौं नि प्लाज्मा चाहिँ 55% हुन्छ अनि remaining 45% is that of corpuscles. It is of three types. है के रहेछ भन्दा चाहिँ RBC, WBC and platelets. Okay, so let us study about these one by one. So first let us talk about red blood corpuscles, or it is also known as erythrocytes. के पनि भन्दो रहेछ RBC लाई erythrocytes. Okay, it is the most abundant. RBC से सबसे ज्यादा मात्रामा तीनटा सेल्स हुन्छ ब्लडमा, त्यसमा सबसे बेसी मात्रामा चाहिँ RBCs हुन्छ. Okay, most abundant of the three types of cells. One of the most important characteristic of RBC is an important characteristic character of RBC is the presence of iron protein. The name of that iron protein is hemoglobin. So RBC मा चाहिँ एउटा आइरन प्रोटिन हुन्छ, that is known as hemoglobin. हेम भनेपछि यो आइरन हो, ग्लोबिन भनेपछि चाहिँ प्रोटिन हो. So it is made up of iron and protein, that is known as hemoglobin. Now the presence of hemoglobin gives blood its red color. हामीमा ब्लड कस्तो कलरको हुन्छ, रेड कलर. त्यो कसले दिन्छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ त्यो कलर चाहिँ हेमोग्लोबिनले दिन्छ. बिकज हेमोग्लोबिन इज अ पिगमेन्ट. जसरी प्लान्टमा क्लोरोफिल इज अ पिगमेन्ट व्हिच गिव्स प्लान्ट इट्स ग्रीन कलर, सिमिलरली hemoglobin is a pigment that is found in our blood, specifically in the RBCs, and it gives blood the red color. Okay, and in mammals RBCs are biconcave. Biconcave भनेको चाहिँ कस्तो हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ नि यस्तो biconcave. ओके, यस्तो खोप चाहिँ भित्र पसेको देख्नु भयो, यसरी भित्र पसेको हुन्छ, दुई साइडमै भित्र पसेको हुन्छ. ओके, इट इज biconcave and without nucleus. So nucleus हुँदैन यिनीहरुमा. These are non-nucleated. Okay, without a nucleus. Okay, and RBCs, these are manufactured. कहाँ बनिन्छ RBC भन्दा चाहिँ manufactured in bone marrow. Okay, what is bone marrow? हड्डी भित्र चाहिँ एउटा टिश्यू हुन्छ, सेमी सलिड टिश्यू हुन्छ. That tissue is known as bone marrow. तपाईले मासु खानेहरुले चाहिँ याद छ होला नि, हड्डी भित्र त्यो रेड कलरको चीज फिल भएको हुन्छ, that is bone marrow. So त्यहाँनिर चाहिँ के बनिन्छ, रेड ब्लड सेल्स बनिन्छ ओके बोन म्यारो भित्र चाहिँ बोन म्यारो भनेको चाहिँ हड्डी भित्र भएको सेमी सलिड टिस्यु ओके एन्ड आरबीसी हैज अ लाइफ स्प्यान यसको लाइफ स्प्यान भनेको यो कति लामोसम्म बाँच्नु सक्छ आरबीसी ओके लाइफ स्प्यान अफ आरबीसी इन ह्युमन बीइंग्स of RBC in human beings मान्छेमा चाहिँ RBC कति बाँच्दो रहेछ भन्दा चाहिँ is 120 days 120 days that means it is around 4 months है 4 months को उयो हुन्छ त्यसको लाइफ स्प्यान हुन्छ after 120 days it is destroyed by liver after which it is destroyed by liver त्यहाँदेखि चाहिँ 120 दिन पुगेपछि लिभरले त्यसलाई डिस्ट्रोय गरिदिहाल्छ सो the worn out RBC भनेको पुरानो भएको RBC are always replaced by new ones सो भत्केको टुटेकोहरू बडीले राख्दैन त्यसलाई फेरि लिभरले डिस्ट्रोय गरिदिहाल्छ अनि त्यहाँदेखि त्यो पुरानो आरबीसीजहरू चाहिँ इट इज रिप्लेस्ड बाई न्यू वान्स ओके सो दिस इज all about RBCs that is present in blood. This is the first type of cells that is present in blood. अब अर्को cells blood मा पाइने त्यसलाई चाहिँ भनिन्छ हामी WBC or white blood corpuscles. It is also known as leukocytes. Okay, so त्यसको विषयमा पढौं अलिकति white blood corpuscles or it is also known as leukocytes. Okay, leukocytes. So यो चाहिँ rounded हुन सक्छ गोलो or amoeboid हुन सक्छ. Amoeboid means just like an amoeba, that means it is irregular in shape. It is nucleated. यसमा चाहिँ न्यूक्लियस हुन्छ है. RBC मा चाहिँ न्यूक्लियस हुँदैन यसमा चाहिँ न्यूक्लियस हुन्छ न्यूक्लिएटेड एन्ड दीज आर कलरलेस RBC मा चाहिँ हेमोग्लोबिन हुन्छ र त्यो चाहिँ रेड कलरको हुन्छ तर यहाँ चाहिँ यो के रे यसमा कुनै पिगमेन्ट हुँदैन सो इट इज कलरलेस दैट इज व्हाई द नेम इज व्हाइट ब्लड corpuscles ओके नाउ इट इज मैन्युफैक्चर्ड कहाँ बनिन्छ यो चाहिँ भन्दाखेरि मैन्युफैक्चर्ड इन बोन मैरो. It is also manufactured in spleen, it is manufactured in thymus and it is manufactured in lymph nodes. यो चारटा जग्गामा बनिन्छ. अघि पनि हाल्यो बोन म्यारो त हड्डी भित्र भएको सेमी सलिड टिस्यु. Spleen, it is an organ that is present on the left side of the body above the stomach. भुँडीको माथिपट्टि हुन्छ यो organ spleen. त्यसले पनि white blood cells बनाउँछ. अनि thymus is also a gland हो यो चाहिँ gland हो कहाँनिर प्रेजेन्ट हुन्छ भन्दा चाहिँ on top of the heart को माथिपट्टि thymus हुन्छ अनि त्यहाँदेखि lymph nodes are present in various locations of the body. तपाईले कोही बेला यसो छाम्दाखेरि घाँटीको पछाडिपट्टि मजाले छाम्नु भयो नि you will get so गाँठा जस्तो भेटाउँछ नि that is the lymph node. So it occurs in different locations of the body. You can find it in neck, you can find it in arms, you can find at the back of the knees. So यो organsहरूले bodyको organsहरूले चाहिँ के बनाउँछ white blood corpuscles बनाउँछ. यसको पनि life span छ. Its life span is about 8 hours. Has a lifespan of about 8 hours to 4 days. Okay, so यो चाहिँ भयो white blood corpuscles. Then next type of cells that is found in blood is known as platelets or thrombocytes. Okay, thrombocytes. अब हेरौँ thrombocytes अथवा platelets कस्तो हुँदो रहेछ भन्दा चाहिँ these are minute rounded non-nucleated है यो यसमा पनि न्युक्लियस हुँदैन कलरलेस यो पनि कलरलेस हुन्छ एन्ड बाइकन्वेक्स सेल्स बाइकन्वेक्स भनेको चाहिँ अघिको बाइकन्केभ भनेको यस्तो भित्र खोप्चो परेको थियो यो चाहिँ बाहिर यसरी निक्लेको हुन्छ ओके यसरी बाहिर फुल्लेको हुन्छ अघिको चाहिँ बाइकन्केभ चाहिँ यस्तो भित्र पसेको थियो नि त तपाईले हेर्नुभयो नि यो भित्र पसेको थियो दुईटै साइड यो चाहिँ दुईटै साइड बाहिर निक्लेको हुन्छ सो यो प्लेटलेट्स चाहिँ these are biconcave cells okay these names हामी यसलाई cells भनिन्छ but actually these are not cells but pieces of giant cells of bone marrow cells चाहिँ हैन खासमा यो bone marrow को ठुलो pieces हो okay त्यहाँदेखि यसको function what is the function of platelets it helps in clotting of blood okay कोही बेला के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि हाम्रो बडीमा इन्जरी हुन सक्छ काट्नु सक्छ है त्यति बेला त्यो काटेको ठाउँबाट खुन निस्किन्छ अनि त्यो खुन चाहिँ निस्केको भयो भने त बडीको सबै ब्लड सक्छ अनि त्यहाँदेखि द पर्सन क्यान डाई ड्यू टु ब्लड एक्सेसिभ ब्लड लस सो के गर्छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ हाम्रो ब्लडमा जुन चाहिँ प्लेटलेट्स हुन्छ त्यसले जहाँ घाउ भएको छ या त जहाँ इन्जरी भएको छ त्यहाँ गएर चाहिँ उसले एउटा ब्लडको क्लट बनाउँछ नेट लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स द्याट विल not allow the blood to flow out of the body so it helps in clotting of blood at the site of wound so where are these platelets present they are present in heart मा हुन्छ यो arteries मा हुन्छ veins मा हुन्छ and blood capillaries arteries veins blood capillaries are the blood vessels through which blood flows so सबैमा हुन्छ heart मा सबै blood vessels मा हुन्छ अनि त्यहाँबाट चाहिँ they reach to every part of the body reaching to every part of the body so wherever कुनै पनि body part मा injury भयो भने त्यहाँदेखि उले clotting मा help गर्छ reaching to every part of the body okay so this is all about the parts of blood now let us study about the functions of blood okay काम के रहेछ त blood को यसले के काम गर्दै रहेछ हाम्रो बडीमा blood plasma helps in transport अघि त भने यसले ट्रान्सपोर्ट सिस्टम बनाउँछ नि त फ्लुइड कनेक्टिभ टिस्युले इनसाइड द बडी सो इट हेल्प्स इन ट्रान्सपोर्ट अफ न्यूट्रिएंट्स waste materials vitamins and hormones to every part of the body okay this is the first function of blood second function RBCs help in the transport of respiratory gases what are the respiratory gases in animals there are two respiratory gases oxygen and carbon dioxide oxygen को formula would symbol O2, carbon dioxide को symbol CO2. From lungs to tissues, so oxygen लाई lungs देखि tissues मा लान्छ अनि त्यहाँदेखि carbon dioxide लाई tissues देखि lungs मा ल्याउँछ. Okay. Third is WBCs fight diseases. Okay, WBCs ले fight गर्छ diseases को against मा by engulfing and destroying foreign bodies. So body भित्रबाट बाहिरको जति पनि के रे ब्याक्टेरिया भाइरसहरु छ त्यो चाहिँ foreign bodies हो. So जब त्यो हाम्रो बडीमा एन्टर गर्छ त्यतिबेला WBCs will engulf भनेको डल्लै निल्छ या त destroy गरिदिन्छ त्यो foreign bodies by producing antibodies and antitoxin. Okay, antitoxin. अब आयो next मा चाहिँ blood platelets help in clotting of blood. Clotting of blood at the site of injury or wound. Wound भनेको घाउ, injury भनेको चोट लागेको ठाउँमा. Okay. And fifth function of blood is blood helps in thermoregulation. Thermoregulation भनेको हाम्रो body को temperature लाई maintain गराउँछ. Internal core temperature लाई maintain गराउँछ, water balance लाई पनि maintain गराउँछ and maintenance of pH. And maintenance of pH. So यो चाहिँ थियो blood को विषयमा. अब another fluid connective tissue that is present inside the body of animals is lymph. So let us see what is lymph. Lymph भनेको के रहेछ अनि lymph ले के काम गर्दो रहेछ. Okay. Lymph is nothing but filtered blood. Okay, blood filter भएपछि जुन चाहिँ चीज हुन्छ त्यसलाई जाने भन्छ lymph. Okay, it is almost similar to blood in composition. Almost similar. Same चाहिँ हुँदैन तर almost blood जस्तो जस्तै हुन्छ. Okay, so let us see what is lymph. Okay, lymph is actually filtered blood and similar to blood in composition. Blood in composition, except it is devoid of RBCs, platelets and some blood protein. Okay, so you say it is actually filtered blood. Okay, filtered blood र blood जस्तै हुन्छ यसको composition. त्यसमा के हुँदैन, devoid भनेपछि हुँदैन, lack हुन्छ. के lack हुन्छ भन्दा चाहिँ RBC हुँदैन, त्यसमा platelets हुँदैन अनि कति blood protein हुँदैन. Okay, so RBC हुँदैन, platelet हुन्छ, but WBC हुन्छ. Okay, WBCs are present in abundance. In lymph. पुरा ज्यादा मात्रामा हुन्छ. Okay, अन्त RBC नभएको कारणले गर्दा हेमोग्लोबिन हुँदैन. So हेमोग्लोबिन भएन भने it is colorless. Okay, due to the absence of hemoglobin, lymph is colorless. Blood चाहिँ red color को हुन्छ तर lymph चाहिँ colorless हुन्छ. Okay, lymph is colorless and it occurs in lymph vessels. जसरी blood vessels भित्र flow गर्छ त्यसरी नै lymph पनि lymph vessels भित्र flow गर्छ. Now let us see what are the functions of lymph. What does lymph do inside our body? It is also a transport, it also is a transport system. So it transports substances. अब कुन चाहिँ substances लाई कहाँदेखि कहाँ transport गर्दै रहेछ त्यो हेरौँ. So functions of lymph. Functions of lymph. Okay. It helps in transport of nutrients. Transport of nutrients. The nutrients which are filtered from the blood into the lymph, is transported back to blood. In a nutrients science of body lie, so it has to be transported back to blood by lymph through the heart. So ele जति पनि फिल्टर भएको न्यूट्रिएन्ट्स छ त्यो चाहिँ उले ब्लडलाई ब्याक फर्काइदिन्छ. सेकेन्ड इज it helps in transportation of fat. Transportation of fat कहाँदेखि? From intestine to blood. So fat चाहिँ intestine देखिको blood मा पुर्याइदिन्छ lymph. Okay. Third मा it keeps the tissues and organs moist. चिसो राख्छ. So it does not prevents dryness of the organs. र fourth मा चाहिँ lymphatic organs such as the lymph node and spleen. So you जुन चाहिँ lymphatic organs that is associated with lymph, they produce lymphocytes. So you lymph nodes र lymph spleen हरुले चाहिँ के प्रोड्युस गर्दै रहेछ भन्दा चाहिँ lymphocytes बनाउँछ, which in turn produce antibodies to strengthen the immune system of the body. So हाम्रो डिफेन्स मा पनि हेल्प गर्छ किनभने lymph को organ ले चाहिँ lymphocytes बनाउँछ. त्यो lymphocytes ले antibodies बनाउँछ. यो antibodies हरु चाहिँ it fights against foreign particles, foreign antigens, it fights against diseases and it makes our immune system strong. Okay, with this we've come to the end of today's class. In the next class we will discuss about the remaining two animal tissues, that is muscular tissue and nervous tissue.